Have you ever been to your local Humane Society? Have you ever walked the halls and looked into the hearts of the innocent ones on the other side of the glass? From where you stand, you may look at them and see that they look so cute and happy. But in reality, they are not living their little lives as best as they could be. They are lonesome and just want to be held and loved by those who love them. When an animal goes into the Humane Society, it is not the end of the road for them. For some, it may be, but for many others, it is just the beginning of their journey. In Ontario, local humane societies go above and beyond to help these animals find their home. In southwestern Ontario, at the Kitchener-Waterloo Humane Society, there are a couple hundred volunteers that work countless hours taking care of a long list of animals, from feeding them, walking them, or just taking the time to love them. Pierre Lemieux explains the process for the animal adoption program at the Kitchener-Waterloo Humane Society.
Quite often animals do get dropped in. So what happens if somebody finds a stray animal, if it's a dog, we'll hold on to it for 5 business days during that stray period. And once that period is done, then they're going to start going through the process for it to go up for adoption. So they're going to have a health check, they're going to vet checked. Then they're also going to have their behavior test as well to see if they're adoptable animals. For cats, we're able to house 119. Dogs, we can have up to 62 here at the Humane Society. And in the case of an emergency, we can have up to 400 animals here.
Stray animals and taking in brand new puppies and kittens are not the only ways that humane societies get their animals. They also, on many occasions, have to remove and sometimes rescue them from their rightful owners.
Well, our bylaw, like every case is going to be different, but we do have bylaw officers here on staff that will go and take a look at the situation. First, depending on how bad it is, they'll try to give them a report and just give them steps as to what they have to do to make sure that the animal's living in good, healthy conditions. And so then after, if they don't follow through with those, we can take the animals away.
Pierre explains more about the adoption of dogs and cats and the turnover rate that the adoption program at the KW Humane Society sees on a regular basis.
They'll go up for adoption as long as they're happy, safe, healthy animals. It has happened where dogs have been here for too long, and if that happens, then we'll try to send them to another Humane Society. Hopefully, they'll have better luck there. But that's 5-6 months. 70% of the dogs that actually come into the Humane Society are reclaimed. So you get a lot of dogs that strays, lost, that do get found. But yeah, 70% of the dogs do make it back home, which is great. But only 5% of cats make it back to their original home. This is where the stray period, or sometimes they have to stay there just a little bit longer because the adoptions aren't going too well. There's no rooms up front, so then they'll have to wait back here until there's a spot available.
What's the stray period?
For cats, it's only 3 days.
Oh, okay.
3 business days before we have them go through.
These guys are all new. Is that the case?
Yeah.
The Humane Society has a whole team of workers behind them. From the bylaw officers, the everyday volunteers, and to the veterinarians that monitor the animals' health. Each member plays a vital role. One of the vets at the KW Humane Society explains what physical state animals have to be in before they are put up for adoption.
And with the little brother and the little sister, and so we do early spays and neuters on the dogs. So you can see his little incisions just right there, so that before they go out, they're all neutered and spayed, and so that kind of helps.
Little guy up for adoption?
I'm not sure what the status is.
He's on hold?
So, yeah. A lot of these little guys get kind of picked up pretty fast because they're so cute and lovable and just so willing.
Where'd you get him from? Was he born here?
No, they were surrendered.
They're surrendered.
Yeah.
So what was that?
Owner dumped them.
Yeah.
And there was 2 others?
5.
Yeah. There's what, 4 of them?
Yeah. We're supposed to get 5.
Yeah, so he just needs a bigger e-collar so he doesn't lick his incision. And then after that heals up, then he'll be good to go.
Not only is their adoption program something that has been successful, for the foster family program at the Kitchener-Waterloo Humane Society for branding puppies, kittens, and other infant animals is also doing extraordinary things.
We started volunteering, and then a bunch of tiny little kittens came in and nobody could take them home, and we melted. Yeah. We melted and said, we need to find out how to get involved with the cats and the fostering. So we mostly do the baby kittens right now, but it was just, we fell in love with them. We wanted to take them home and help them out because they're just so helpless. They're just laying there and their umbilical cord is still attached and they were just crying.
Yeah.
We just wanted to take them home.
Can you tell me why foster programs like this are so important?
Saves lives. I mean, if there wasn't anybody here to care for them, we don't have the staff in the Humane Society to do the 24-hour care, especially for the ones that we take home. You have to bottle feed them every couple hours and help them go to the bathroom, clean them. They don't do anything for themselves, like for the first few weeks. So if people weren't there to foster, they wouldn't survive on their own. A lot of them lose their parents, and they're homeless, the little tiny ones, and people bring them in and they can't care for them. So if we didn't have foster homes, they just wouldn't make it.
Yeah, you see a lot of crying people when they have to come back and give the animal up for, but it's going to go to another home. So that's the way you have to think of it. You help that animal out up to a certain point, and then no, it's gone to find its home.
Humane Society programs like their adoption program and their foster family ones all help in their own way give hope to not only the abandoned and rescued animals, but also the abused ones that are nursed back to health by all the nurses, veterinarians, and volunteers at your local Humane Society. Animals, especially dogs like Bailey here, are full of love and happiness, and they just need a family to share it with. Go get it!